Good morning, beautiful. It is Wednesday, and you are a Wonder Woman, and so I have some wisdom for you. It's coming from my own personal struggle today. Yay! Aren't you excited? So, I wanted to share this with you because it came onto my heart this morning. It's been going on for a while, and anybody that's been following this personal development journey with me, whether it's through coaching or through yoga or through just watching the videos, I wanted to pop in and let you know that not every day is like the pinnacle of the fabulous day. And for about a month now, if you've been following me, you've seen the journey that has been happening, ups and downs, between the flooding in the studio to health issues to meeting Tony Robbins. It's been a roller coaster. And recently I've gotten into this place or this spiral going downward. And y'all, I'm telling you, the reason why I'm an anxiety coach, a mindset coach, and a yoga coach is because I live this stuff. And I reflect on it and I find the nuggets and I find the tools and I find the tools that work. And there's a couple of tools that I want to share with you. There's 3 of them that I want to share with you today for when you're in a place of self-pity. And that's where I was yesterday. So self-pity is very destructive. But listen carefully. When we are self-sufficient, which many of the Wonder Women in my circle are, when we are self-sufficient, so we can take care of ourselves, we can take care of everybody else, we get to this place, or we can get to this place where we have to have help, we have to have support. We don't know how to ask for it, or we don't know how to accept it and receive it, right? And then we can get resentful because we're always there for other people, but don't feel like people are there for us. And part of this is the cycle of self-pity. And it can look different for different people. Sometimes it's being caught up in your issues so deeply, or avoiding your issues. The other ways that self-pity shows up is feeling victimized, feeling like, nobody else really cares, nobody else is concerned about what's going on with you. Your situation is putting you into that victim state. Or you can have the third, which is where I typically go, and that is this thirst, this unspoken, that's the key, unspoken thirst for affection or for support. Okay, so when I spiral, I tend to want somebody to respond to me the way that I would respond to others. But I don't know how to tell them that, and I don't know how to explain that, and so my poor husband will struggles sometimes, a lot of times. But one of the things that I want to, actually 3 things I want to tell you about when you get into that place, okay? I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast, but I need to get it out, and I want to get it out in less than 5 minutes. So 3 things that I want you to hear. One of the hardest things to do is recognize that you are in that place. And when you can recognize that you're in that place or you're in that pattern, that is gold. It is gold. I hope you hear me. To be able to recognize where you are. Because for the past 3 days, I have been spiraling and not knowing what's going on and feeling, why am I feeling this way? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? And just the realization that I was in this spiral of self-pity then gives me that, okay, now what do I do with it, right? So if you can just recognize where you are in whatever it is, whether it's self-pity, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, just being able to recognize and separate yourself from what you're feeling is not who you are. Okay? The second one is journaling. For me, journaling has been a cornerstone for about 10 years. I started journaling at 9, but now I journal as a way to separate my thoughts from what's happening in the moment. So sometimes I just write whatever is on my mind. It's a ramble. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense, okay? So you just write it down. And I spend about maybe 10 minutes journaling. And that's something that, like I said, it gets the thoughts out of your head and it separates you from those thoughts. And then the third piece. So when we get into this place of self-pity, and that's what I'm speaking of specifically today, it's very, very hard to, if you're on this personal development journey, to give yourself grace, but it's so key to give yourself grace. This journey is not a destination. I'm telling you, y'all, being in this personal development journey for nearly 25 years, every day I wake up with another awareness, another aha. And there's no end point to it. And sometimes I forget that. I forget that I should, I say to myself, and some of you may have said this, I should be further along than I am right now. And the truth is, no, you shouldn't. This is the grace that you need to learn to give to yourself. Our friends, we would never ever say half the stuff that we say in our heads to our friends. I would not have said to a friend of mine that was going through all the health issues and all the studio issues and all the stuff that is in my mind and I'm self-pitying over, I would never say to my friend, you need to get over yourself. Like, what is wrong with you? Seriously. But I say that to myself. Really. And so having that ability to bring grace into your journey and compassion is what I speak of so often, because I know how hard it is to turn off that voice. And it's a muscle. You have to work at that muscle of saying, you know what? I am flawed. I am imperfect, but I am enough. I am enough for where I need to be right now. Right now, today, is where I need to be. So that's my nuggets for you today. I hope it serves you. I went over 5 minutes, but you know what? Sometimes you just need to say what needs to be said. And I'm going to take my self-pitying butt and get up and get moving, because that's the fourth one that I didn't even mention. But move your body. And yoga has done that for me. Even something as doing a power pose, doing that Wonder Woman pose, just stand up and go, ah! Sometimes that's all you need. So anyway, I love you. Heart hugs. Have a wonderful day, and take care of yourself. Take it easy, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.